everybody, and welcome to Against the Fence. This is your end of 2022 champion predictions video. And basically, all we're going to be doing is going through every single division and discussing who we think will end up the champion at the end of the year. So do stay tuned. All right, so here's how we're going to do this, right? We're going to go through each division and we're going to do count to three, 1, 2, 3, and then we're all going to say who we think is going to be champion of that respected division, and then identify any differences and explain why.
Yep.
Oh, a nice little twist to this one. I like it.
As you guys know, we did this last year when we started off the channel, and every 6 months, so halfway through the year, we've done a review. Then at the end of the year, we've done a final recap to find out who came out on top in terms of winning the most picks for the year. But it is the ultimate pick leaderboard for us over at ATF. We like to think that we are Mystic Megs on this end of the microphone. So when it comes down to sort of picking these fights and events, yeah, we sure hope we're right. I'll give you that much. But do we have the scores and doors for last year? Do you know what that looked like?
Yes. We do indeed. Drum roll, please. So basically, to top it off, Sai got 6 out of 12.
Correct.
Ash,
correct picks.
Half. That's
correct.
Okay.
And Ash got 5 out of 12, and I only got 3. So terrible stuff.
Get in.
Yes.
Winner.
Holy moly.
I've decided some safety ones there, not gonna lie.
Yeah.
I mean,
but that's what I mean. That's what happens with the risks.
Yeah, and to be fair, I mean, I remember last year I was really sort of hesitant to sort of make certain picks on the women's divisions for sure.
Yeah.
I didn't know too much about the women fighters.
You didn't know any of them.
Really.
Yeah.
But now it's different. This year's going to be different. We're going to have much more educated picks from me anyway, I'm sure. And I'm quite confident about what I'm picking as well. Oh, man, some exciting picks to come.
Yes, and if you want to join in as well, don't be shy. Get in the comment section below, play along with us, and don't forget to hit the like on the video, of course. Sure. Cool. Let's go straight into it then with the women's strawweight division. As we know, top it off, we had Weili Zhang, who was the champion last year. Yep. We had one change. It was Rose. And so who are we going to go for this time around?
Okay.
Are you ready, guys?
I mean, first of all, I'm ready. Before you get into that, in terms of the particular picks, we have seen some pretty good talent in this division. There's some really exciting girls. Some people haven't fought, sadly, as well. I mean, I would have liked to see more of Yan Jinan this year, last year, but we didn't see much. Michelle Wadston, of course, we saw her once as well, but she hasn't really rose up the ranks too much.
Carla Esparza had an impressive win against Yan Jinan.
Yes.
Impressive. Mackenzie Dern.
Marina Rodriguez.
Yes.
On fire.
Indeed. That she was one of the
hottest fights I've seen last year, I'm telling you.
Yeah.
One of the hottest ones. So, on the count of 3, we're all going to say who we think is going to be number 1. 3, 2, 1.
Marina Rodriguez.
Marina Rodriguez.
Wow. I knew you was going. Okay, so all right. I was thinking that as well. I think that is going to be absolutely Rose Namajunas' toughest challenge this year.
Yes.
Is going to be Marina. But at the same time, I like Rose because she's got so many attributes of a skilled champion, of a champion. You know, she's got a great team around her,
100%.
and the team are pretty solidified in the positions there, or at the top of the board. You've got Kamaru Usman.
Yeah.
So I feel like she's got a strong support network to hold that position for a bit longer. She can certainly survive a few more.
Right. So you think you're just going with Team Trevor Whitman, but personally, But personally, I think Marina Rodriguez is high level striker. She's miles above Rose in terms of striking. I think she's able to mix things up well. But not only that, her takedown defense is solid as well. If Rose was to beat Marina Rodriguez, I think she would need to take it down to the mat.
Yeah, 100%.
Get takedowns.
Do what she did to Weili, I think.
Yeah, pretty much. But
can she do that?
Exactly. Good question, Ash. Can she do that?
But obviously, just to quickly add as well, boys, like I know obviously Marina Rodriguez is fighting. Has she got a fight book next year?
Yeah, she's fighting Yan Jinan.
She's against Yan Jinan. Yeah, exactly. So she'll win that. I think maybe potentially after that, maybe they might even do Carla Esparza versus Rose Namajunas, and then obviously, I think that's when Rodriguez.
That's when
that fight's actually in the works. So it's probably likely going to be Rose against Carla Esparza. So then we got to now talk about who's going to come out on top on that one. Personally, I think Rose can do it a second time, but Carla Esparza has beaten Rose already.
Yeah.
So.
I think Rose would win that anyway.
Come on, we do know
and then Rodriguez
Rose is the champion of refights or rematches.
Rematches, yes,
champion
that is
rematches.
true.
Yeah, that's true.
That's true.
Yeah, confidence in Rose on that one. But also when Rose and Marina Rodriguez actually do meet in the octagon, I feel like Rose has the ability to get it done early. Rodriguez is someone who steps into her stride in the latter rounds, and she gets a lot better with her striking. The more she gets hit, the more she loosens up, and the more she gets a bit more effective, I guess, with her striking as well. And I feel like Rose could get it done before she starts getting into her stride. So, I mean, that's how she'd have to play it, I imagine. And she could probably do it in the second or third round, either by submission or just onslaught.
Yeah, but here's another option, though. Here's another option. If Rose was to beat Carla Esparza, then they're neck and neck, they're one apiece. So could you see the third fight then later on in the year? How many fights are we going to see Rose fight this year?
Yeah,
it could just be two.
It could be. That's true.
And if Carla wins, though? If Carla wins,
that's the thing as well, JK. You've hit the nail on the head there. If Carla wins, do you give Rose the rematch?
Once it's like you already won 2 out of the 3, it doesn't make sense to do a rematch at this point now. Because
no.
Which is
I had it right. Yeah, sorry, you confused me.
Yeah. So you could have Carla Esparza would then make her first title defense against Marina Rodriguez.
Yeah.
And she's a lot small for the division.
Yeah.
Can Marina Rodriguez stuff the takedowns?
Yeah, because they're going to be relentless, but I think yes.
I think Marina would have a tough time hitting her because of her height as well, being quite small. She's got to really lean forward.
I mean, Joanna Jędrzejczyk picks her up.
Yeah.
Muay Thai.
Yeah, true.
The Muay Thai. So basically, to wrap it off, myself and Ash have gone with Marina Rodriguez, and Sai is going with Rose Namajunas.
We'll see how it pans out.
Okay,
next division.
Okay. Well, we don't even need to get into this division, do we?
Next one up, yeah. So this is going to be the women's flyweight. What's going to happen here?
Yeah.
Have we seen who's risen the most in this division? Who's like standout performance-wise?
Well, for me, standout, and I put in my ones to watch was going.
Oh, you did,
yes. Not Vivian Araujo, Talia Santos. I did say that I'd expect her to get a title shot at some point, as she's the only person that Shevchenko hasn't really fought. However, she's sitting in at number 5. She could get the shot.
You never know.
She is a crafty individual. She can do it everywhere, but. I just think the strength of Shevchenko is going to get her through that fight, and she'll comfortably win a decision.
Yeah.
On 3 again.
3, 2, 1. Shevchenko.
Valentina Shevchenko.
Okay, all the same.
Okay, we're all going the same with that. That's fair enough.
I did outline that
there's not much to talk about in this division, dominating.
Yeah.
Everyone.
To be fair, I did mention about her biggest competition being Talia Santos. So I do side with you on that one. I think that's the toughest thing this division can spit at her is going to be Talia Santos. And that's going to be quite an exciting fight. I would love to see it, and I can't wait to see it. I reckon if Shevchenko does lose to Talia Santos, the reason why I still say Shevchenko is because the rematch will be imminent. And then, of course, I think she'll take it back in the rematch at least.
Yeah, I mean, I'm sure she'll have 2 title fights this year. Another option, which could potentially happen down the line, is if Miesha Tate was to win her flyweight debut. She's touted to fight Lauren Murphy. She wins there, then she could very well get in the title picture straight away.
True, mate. Very
Miesha Tate being an option would have been a solid one. I debated it because, I think Miesha could... I think her strength could hold up against Shevchenko, but I don't know. It's very difficult to not see Shevchenko win the belt. Keep the belt. Sorry. Okay, so basically we've gone for Valentina Shevchenko across the board here.
Yep, agreed.
Right, let's go into the women's bantamweight division then. All right. So one title change here.
It's gonna be quick.
Yeah, it's crazy.
And
didn't expect it.
It was Juliana Pena. No one saw it coming.
Except from Wazza.
Yeah, except from Wazza, of course. Shout out to Wazza.
And Ben, right? Ben also?
And Ben. Yeah. Oh, yeah, Ben as well. And Lauren. All right, okay.
That's the only 2 people in the whole entire world. That's it.
Yeah. Nah, not from the start. No one completed it from the start. We've got a few matchups to play out. Not many have been booked for this year. We've got Aspen Laddle taking on Irina Aldana.
Oh, yeah.
If Aldana wins that, could she get back in there? She could challenge whoever wins the rematch between Pena and Nunes, potentially.
So, on 3?
Yep, on 3.
I'm happy to go on 3, mate.
All right.
Okay, cool.
3.
But on 1, I mean.
2, 1.
Amanda
Nunes.
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah, wow, across the board. Okay, yeah, so we're going to take Amanda Nunes at the end of the year to reclaim her belt against Juliana Pena.
That's why I'm so surprised with, obviously, she was just like stuck in the trenches, like still fighting, and then obviously Pena got her down, and then that was it. There was no sort of fight. I think she just gassed herself out. But when you sort of get stuck in that sort of in the trenches, she just got stuck in there and just lost sight of the fight, really.
I think at this point in time, she's just going to sell the comeback story, and I'm just going to be like, look, milk it as much as you like. You're just going to walk in there, no effort, and just get it back.
I think she'll train harder next time round. Like I said before, complacency will kick in at some point with Amanda Nunes. It did. We saw it. And I think she's going to come back better. Want to mention another potential challenger who could make the rise this year was Ketlin Vera. Because she did beat Miesha Tate, who was a former champion. She looked okay in that fight. She kind of had control. I felt she won the close decision, but she's definitely someone who could potentially be reaching for the top come 2022. Another option, of course, is, what if, for example, Amanda Nunes pulls out, they need to make a title fight. Juliana Pena could defend against Holly Holm. Not fought before.
True.
They could put Holly back in there. She's kind of a bit of a gatekeeper, been swindling between divisions, between featherweight and bantamweight. I think she'd be the dark horse in this division if things were to play out that way. So she could end up being the champion at the end of the year.
Do you think? I mean, if it was...
It's an option.
If it was... if the rematch didn't happen, Amanda will be back by the end of the year to take it anyway, off of Holly Holm, be it, or Pena.
Maybe. We don't know. We don't know.
We do not know. But Amanda Nunes is what we all looked in.
Yep, that's it. So everyone's gone for Amanda Nunes straight across the board.
Next one up.
Okay, flyweight division. Now, this one's a bit of a tricky one because the title fight is just around the corner.
Yep.
And, a lot of the top 5 have fought each other and won. We've got different triangles going on. So you got Brandon Moreno, who's currently the champ. He's going to be fighting Figueiredo. But Brandon Moreno has lost against Pantoja. And Pantoja has lost against Askar Askarov. So, and, you've got Davison Figueiredo.
It's messy up there, isn't it? It's messy up there.
Yeah, it's pretty messy.
It's all in the air.
You got Kai Cryer France, who's obviously, he's coming off an impressive win against Cody Garbrandt.
Yeah, he's fighting Askarov.
But then he's lost against the likes of Brandon Ravel and Brandon Moreno, who's the current champion. And, it's a different one. It's dicey up there.
It is going to be tough. I think Kai France is going to be someone who's going to be some impressive things before the end of the year. He's going to be up there. Top 3, I think. This guy's got the potential. But in terms of who we think is going to be number 1, this was a hard one for me as well, to be fair. But
it is hard. You ready then?
I made my decision.
You ready?
Oh, I'm excited for this one.
3, 2, 1.
Askarov.
Went Moreno.
You went with Moreno.
I did.
Safety.
You went Moreno. Me and Jordan went for Askarov, yeah?
Yeah, I know. I was worried with Moreno, but I thought, okay,
mate, just 100%. I think that, like, the obviously we got Askarov in at number 2. Even if he was 3 or 4, he's fighting Kai France, who Kai France, everyone's bigging him up because he beat Cody Garbrandt, which is fair play to him. I can't deny the win that he had over Cody Garbrandt, but either one who wins, even if Moreno wins, everyone wanted that fight before they even booked the rematch between Figgy and Moreno.
Yeah.
Because obviously Moreno drew with Askarov.
Yes.
And I just think Askarov is going to roll dog Kai France, win that fight, and then he's going to fight for the belt and win the belt.
Yeah.
And
you can tell the difference between my pick from last year to this year, because I really thought Alex Perez was going to be on the rise.
Yeah.
He didn't even fight last year. No, he didn't, did he?
No.
I don't think he fought last year. Well, obviously, he fought for the belt but lost.
Yeah.
And I really did think he would go for a bit of a push. I know Alex Perez is fighting again this year, but
he's up against.
I don't see it.
Yeah. To be honest,
I just think Askarov's there.
Yeah. In my opinion, I feel that if Figueiredo would have beaten Moreno, then we would have seen Askar Askarov against Figueiredo towards the back end of last year. So I think now it's going to be his time, and we're finally going to get the end of that story, Moreno and Figueiredo.
Yeah.
Pantoja is a dark horse in there as well.
He is.
He could very well. He's looked impressive.
That is true. Very true.
We don't know when he's next fighting, do we?
Yeah. No fight at the moment for Pantoja. No. But look, he's lost against Davison Figueiredo and Askar Askarov. So slightly probably out of the bracket in the look-in. He could fight the loser of
see it plays out
of the title fight, Moreno and Figueiredo. So to recap then, this Myself and Ash have gone for Askar Askarov, and Sai over here has gone for Brendan Moreno to keep the belt until the end of the year.
All right, next one up.
Nice.
Now moves on to the bantamweight division, 135. Currently, Aljamain Sterling has got the belt. This was a dicey division, man.
It's a dicey division, man.
Anyone in that top 4 could take it. I already know who you got.
Go on,
because I've seen it.
Yeah, I kind of. So I want to change what I want.
Oh,
I do.
Fucking hell!
No,
he's shitting himself.
Dive in.
Fucking shitting himself.
So I've got something at the moment, but I've already got my notes about how it's going to plan out towards the end of the year. But okay, I've said it still.
On one,
so
yeah.
Hard.
Right.
So
yes,
hard.
on one.
All right. Here we go. 3, 2, 1. TJ
Dillashaw.
Oh, look. This guy's switching it up. You went Aljo.
I did. So this is what I said, right? So I gone for Aljo. He was a laughing stock on his last sort of Oscar-nominated performance against Peter Yan, right?
Right.
You know, and I think he's been working really hard. He's put the fight off on so many occasions because he's been getting in more time in the gym. He's going to come back. This is going to be the single
he's been injured.
But he's also been. That's true. But I mean, that's what they tell you. I think he's got more determination in him to win. I feel like although he's already got the belt, he's probably got more to win than Peter Yan at this point. This will be his single most important fight in the career. And Peter Yan, he's got other challenges to worry about. But Aljamain, like if he wins this, it sort of sets a lot of records straight. It gets a bit of credibility back, and then he can lose his next fight and do whatever he wants. But this one is so important for him. So I feel like...
Well, did you have Peter Yan down, did you?
No, I had TJ Dillashaw. So I feel that would happen.
No, you didn't. You had Aljamain Sterling.
Yeah, sorry, I did. But then I've locked in TJ Dillashaw. I think Sterling's going to be built for Peter Yan as his next outing, but then he wouldn't be prepared already for Dillashaw that comes after later on in the year. So that's how I think.
Interesting.
Personally, I just think come later on, I hope to get Peter Yan versus TJ Dillashaw. But I think even with TJ Dillashaw coming back...
That fight's fire.
I know it's fire. But even with Dillashaw coming back from a knee injury, I just still think that Peter Yan's going to wreck through him. He's a monster. He's tough to beat. He looks good every single time.
He does look good.
And it's hard not to go for him.
What fight do you make next, though? If Aljamain beats Peter Yan, what fight do you make next? TJ Dillashaw against Peter Yan?
TJ's got to be there.
TJ
obviously, the meantime, there might...
TJ
it depends on TJ's recovery, really.
Yeah, it depends on TJ's recovery.
I'm thinking.
Yeah.
But, TJ would probably fight Aljo.
Yeah. So I think Peter Yan against TJ, Peter Yan will probably win that fight, I reckon, but that wouldn't happen...
if Aljo wins. But Peter Yan's going to smash Aljo. Let's face it.
I don't know.
Yeah.
He could. But
molly-whopped him in that first fight. Like, it's easy. It's there. I think Peter Yan's got Aljo's number. That's it. There's a lot of fights to make in this division.
There's a lot of questions to this fight. 100%, mate. 100%.
I personally want to see Jose Aldo get a crack at the belt. He's got to go there, climb his way that way a little bit. Merab Dvalishvili is a nightmare for everyone at number 6, but you can't get him a fight.
Dominic Cruz has been doing well. He's not blown people's hair back, but he's kept going. He's still winning. And personally, I think Merab versus Corey Sandhagen was probably likely to happen, but no one wants to fight Merab, I mean, not much is booked this year, isn't it? It's Song Yadong and Marlon Moraes.
So Song Yadong could climb the most here if he beats Marlon.
Yes, he could
you're right.
Because if he beats Marlon, he's in at number 9.
That could be impressive.
And then I think you'd probably get Marlon Vera against Song Yadong after that. So basically, who we've gone for in this, myself, I've gone for Peter Yan, and Ash and Sai have gone for TJ Dillashaw in this.
Yes. I've gone TJ, and Sai's panicked and gone to TJ.
I have. I'll give them sound reasoning though, I think. Next division up.
Yes.
Right, walk us through it.
To be fair, this one was the easiest one for me.
It was probably, I feel that way. I just think there's not many opportunities have opened up. Could they this year? Very well, because we've, now in the time of this recording, I must lay this out here. Giga Chikadze versus Calvin Kattar has not gone ahead, so we don't know the winner of that.
Yes.
Personally, I think if Giga wins, I think he'd fight Yair Rodriguez because it'd be a fun fight.
That would be fun.
Mate, that'd be a great fight. You've said it.
I'd like to put him in straight away against Alexander Volkanovski, but I don't think it will happen because it's too stacked up there.
Too soon.
They wanted to do the Max Holloway fight. He's injured, so he's going to be out. We don't know how long for, so that we could be waiting for that. I think Volkanovski...
Exactly. You never know. That could happen at the end of the year. You just never know.
Exactly. You know, they could be trying to line that up towards the end of the year.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying, because we've soon got, obviously, the Korean Zombie versus Volkanovski. Yeah. Again, this is the MMA world. You don't know what will happen.
No. Yeah.
So, but I still think by the end of the year, either if it's going to be Korean Zombie versus Max, or even if it is Volkanovski versus Max, I think Max will fight for the belt by the end of the year.
Okay.
Yeah. And saying that, I'm looking Mr. Brown right in the eyes now, and he's twisted.
Of course he is.
I'm not twisted at all. I got what I got.
That's the whole reason.
I got what I got here. Although this is hard.
Stick with it, mate. Come on, I'm interested.
3, 2, 1.
Alexander Volkanovski.
I do it. Yeah. So basically,
I knew you would go Max. I knew it.
This is it. I literally went on heart, you know. But look, I think Alexander Volkanovski's diverse sort of offense is going to be a real big struggle for Max Holloway this year. Of course, he's supposed to have a fight, like you said. It's not happening at the moment. It's going to get pushed back. Yeah. But I just feel like this guy's got. He's going to have the determination. I feel like he's going to take the fight based on heart, because he's got far more to win here. And this is literally this is what he's built for. He's built to hold the belt in this division. A lot of people feel it. A lot of people know. I think he believes in it, and I feel like he's just going to about edge it. And he's still got enough in him. Alexander Volkanovski is he's the biggest challenge he's come up against. He's mad. I looked at the strikes on the last fight they had. I thought it was really close, but it did look like Alexander Volkanovski's got more strikes on Holloway, which was really hard to believe.
Personally, I wanted to go with Holloway, and I do want Holloway to get the belt. Same. But I went for Volk because it was a safety option. Yeah. I don't know the extent of Max's injury, right? Is he going to be out for the whole year? That's why I went safety on it, just for this reason, you know. But at the end of the day, I wouldn't be mad if Max did get the fight and won.
Same.
Yeah,
same.
I wish I did that as well now, to be fair. But I went a bit risky. I went on faith and heart with this guy. I don't know. I'd love to see it.
So myself and Ash are going with Volkanovski to retain the featherweight belt at the end of the year, and Sai is actually going for Max Holloway. All right, let's move on.
Shakily, yeah, but... hopefully.
Yes. All right, that moves us on then to the lightweight division. Now, going into this
one was the toughest one for me.
You guys think it's the toughest? I thought it was the most easiest. Yeah. I'll explain my reasons in a sec. I'll explain my reasons in a sec.
Explain now.
Okay.
No, well, let's get into the count then.
Oh, wow.
Let's get into the count. Let's get
into it. I got a really bold one.
Don't count down.
I got a really bold one.
Countdown.
Okay, here it is.
Yeah, go on then.
Straight into it. 3, 2, 1.
Islam Makhachev.
I thought I was bold.
Bro,
I thought I was bold.
How have you not thought this was the hardest one? The reason why I said this was the easiest.
Go on.
The reason why I said this was the easiest is because last year I said that end of 2022, Islam Makhachev will be the champ. That's why it was the easiest for me.
Yeah.
And I'm sticking with it. I decided to stick with it.
But yeah, I 100% agree with that. But there's so many dicey matchups in there. But he's got to get through Dariush first. Yeah. I know I said Islam myself. And Dariush is no joke.
No. He's
I
very
just
skillful.
think if he can get past Dariush, and at the time, if Charles Oliveira is still champion, I just think he road dogs him. And the same with and exactly the same with Justin Gaethje, sorry.
Yeah.
Because I think we saw Islam Makhachev's, he caught the kick of Dan Hooker. And we all know Justin Gaethje likes to kick.
Yeah.
So I'm not saying that Islam's going to take him down by catching the kick, but Islam can take him down or take the fight wherever he wants. But it's just so many dicey matchups in there.
Yeah, I think Dariush is very good on the ground.
Yep.
He's quite effective on the feet as well, but he's not as quick as Islam. Now, if Dariush was to beat Islam for whatever reason, choked him out, whatever, I think Charles Oliveira beats Dariush because he's going to be a lot quicker than Dariush.
Yes, however, I agree with that as well.
If Islam beats Dariush, I just think he's going to beat Oliveira, and he's there.
Here's my very bold prediction here. So here's my 50 cents. I'm saying that whoever wins this matchup between the two, Beneil Dariush or Islam Makhachev, gets the belt in this division. That's how I see it planning out. And I've said on here, Islam Makhachev. I feel Islam Makhachev's gonna edge it. I mean, I know my ones to watch this year. Beneil Dariush was in there also because he is so awesome, and there's not much of a bigger challenge out there other than Islam Makhachev, which is why I can confidently say whoever wins this one takes the belt. But yeah, I mean, Oliveira Gaethje, like I said, that's still got to play out. I think I feel it will happen. And
but that's what I mean. I think it's got to be booked, really. I think it's the only option while Islam and Dariush fight their battle.
Yeah. And then however that one goes, then either of these two.
Yeah. To be honest, it was either that or go with Charles Oliveira, just purely because he's looked so impressive.
Oh, yeah. And,
he
has looked so good.
We've previously counted him out. I've counted him out against Poirier. I thought Poirier was going to beat him, and look, he just impresses you every time.
He has been getting better and better.
That's true. So, he impresses you every time.
He does.
And of course, you got Rafael Fiziev, who's going to be fighting Rafael dos Anjos very soon.
Yeah, he'll be number one contender by the end of the year, I think.
He's going to be making movements.
Yeah.
It's going to be dicey. Who
definitely
yet to find out who Michael Chandler's going to get. Could it be a Tony Ferguson? Could it be a Conor McGregor? A lot of movement. Another one slipping down then, number 10 is Gregor Gillespie. No one wants to fight that guy.
I think the most movement you'll see here is from Rafael Fiziev. I think he's the one who's going to likely jump higher or fastest or the most up this division. So keep an eye on this guy for sure.
Yeah, and I think Fiziev can beat Charles Oliveira. I do. He's got that similar Muay Thai style.
Where's my Spanish wrecking ball in the rankings? Has he been taken out?
My Spanish wrecking ball.
Is that what you call your men?
Where is he?
Was he in there?
Sarukin's still in the rankings and he ain't. That's unbelievable.
Okay, so let's conclude then. All three of us are going with Islam Makhachev by the end of the year. Right, welterweight division then.
Ooh.
Not many movements in that one. Last year,
no,
the
so
top
far.
anyway.
Well, Belal Muhammad's gone up 5, isn't he?
Yeah, he's the biggest movement.
He has
in all of this.
Yeah.
Could he get a title shot? Probably not.
Yeah, but that's the thing. I don't think he will because obviously you've got Usman versus Leon Edwards. That's going to plan out. I think that they will. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I reckon Belal Muhammad will either fight Vicente Luque or even fight Leon Edwards. I know them two obviously because they've got beef, haven't they? Because of their no contest fight.
Yeah.
So they could potentially that fight could happen. I think Belal Muhammad's got to fight at least.
Yeah.
Well, I wouldn't say twice, but I'd say fight once and win convincingly.
Yeah. I mean, like you said rightly, he's gone up 5 in this division. I think looking at this year as well, Khamzat Chimaev will be one of the star movers in this division. He's going to be moving significantly.
Yes.
Knocking on the door of the top 5 in no time.
But it's going to be interesting. Who's going to go with who for in the division?
Okay, so the countdown. Are you ready?
Countdown.
3.
Let's go for it.
2, 1. Kamaru Usman.
Okay, all three of us gone for Usman.
Safe.
That's interesting. I went for a safety one on that purely because
I just don't see no one challenging him. I think he rolled dogs Leon Edwards.
You think so? I mean, people say he's got the answer for him.
I hope Leon Edwards beats him, but yeah. But the thing is,
I'd love it if Leon Edwards does, but I can't see it.
But here's the thing, though, right? Kamaru Usman has gone past that sort of status where if he loses the belt, he gets an immediate rematch.
Yeah.
So if Leon Edwards was to beat him in the middle of the year, towards the end,
forget about
he's going to be defending it against Usman.
True.
That's a safety bet for me.
That is that's 100%. If you want to look at it like that, that's true.
Here's the hesitancies in me. So yeah, I agree. I think he takes Leon Edwards in the division, but then his biggest challenge is going to come towards the latter end of the year against a more polished striker, and that's going to be Vicente Luque. I think he's going to bring some problems for Usman, and
that's true, mate.
Yeah, I think I have edged Usman over that particular fight largely because he's got the ability to diversify his offense.
Yeah,
and I think he can sort of take the fight in different areas, but it's going to be a big challenge for him, and the striking ability of Vicente Luque could really be a problem.
Yeah, that would also be an interesting one because Vicente Luque trains with a former opponent of Usman's, and that was Gilbert Burns.
Yes,
so Gilbert Burns is going to be in his corner to at least help him in that one if he was to get the title fight later on in the year. But another option, and look, that's the thing. The reason why I went Usman over this guy is because we just don't know what's going to play out for this guy yet.
You're not going to say Khamzat Chimaev, are you?
But if Khamzat Chimaev does get that fight with Gilbert Burns, then that rockets him straight up.
As your classic saying, mate, we're off to the races.
We're off to the races, mate.
Chimaev.
Yeah, exactly. But
like, it shouldn't happen,
I'll
but
tell
it
you
could happen.
Another, like, that's what I mean. I was going to say, if he does fight Gilbert Burns, as you said, we are literally off to the races with him.
Yeah.
Because he's ranked 11, right? Yeah. And he's fighting Gilbert Burns, who's ranked 2. That's crazy.
You're literally chucking a Bengal tiger amongst the pigeons there. Yeah. If he gets straight up there in the top 3, I'm telling you.
I mean, last year I went with a lot of bold calls. I went for Wonder Boy with this one. With Khamzat down at 11-11, I just couldn't afford to make another bold call. I think he can test Usman, and I think I would like to see him beat Usman. But it's just whether or not the UFC does give him a Gilbert Burns, or whether they give him a Sean Brady next, for example.
This is exactly the same situation. Hear me out. This is the same situation as last year, but with Islam. Next year, Hamzat could be champion.
Yes. To conclude that, all three of us gone for Kamaru Usman by the end of the year. The middleweight division. I've got some interesting picks for this one.
This one make my heart like just. Okay, all right. I got it. You know who I'm going with anyway. You'll know.
No, I never know who you're going for. You'll probably even switch last minute.
3, 2, 1.
Israel
Adesanya?
Ooh, I'm on Israel Adesanya.
Okay, all right.
Ash is going for Whittaker.
You both went Izzy?
Yeah.
Yes. There's a reason why I've gone Izzy. Now, I'm going to tell you this, right? I think Whittaker beats Izzy in February, but then Izzy wins it back towards the end of the year.
That's exactly what I got. That's exactly what I got. Yeah. Exactly.
Really?
For sure.
Yeah. I just think that's how it's going to play out, because then they're going to be 1-on-1, and then, that fight towards the end of the year is going to be huge. I just got a feeling Robert Whittaker's going to have his number in this next fight.
Yeah. I reckon Whittaker's going to force a trilogy.
I love watching Robert Whittaker fight, man. Love it.
Yeah. But then if he does beat Whittaker next month, then who else would we be looking for? Jared Cannonier would be the only option.
Let's have a little look.
Or Brunson.
Brunson's looking on fire.
He is.
And them two match up as well. I'll tell you what. I'll tell you what. If Brunson beats Cannonier, he could be potentially fighting for that belt if Izzy wins.
Yeah.
So if Izzy wins, them two will have their rematch. And obviously Brunson was a bit rash and a bit too what's the word I'm looking for? Do you know when he all overextends his punches? And
Yeah,
like he gets wild. That's the one I'm looking for. We've seen Derek Brunson before he went on before he changed his hair. He was before he went blonde. He was a bit too wild and strikes all over the place. But now he's all calm and collected. It's like when his opponent's hurt, he doesn't rush in. He takes his time. He mixes in his wrestling. He's been looking great, I tell you. So he could be potentially fighting for the belt by the end of the year if he wins.
Doesn't he?
Yeah, back then.
I'll tell you another one to watch in this division. There's I sent a picture of a fight that's happening. I sent just recently. It's Kelvin Gastelum versus that Imarov.
Yes.
Is it Imarov?
Imarov, yes.
Imarov.
Imarov.
He's that Imarov is a guy to watch out for this division, because if he beats Kelvin Gastelum, he's up there.
Yeah.
I mean, he'll move in at number 10, but Calvin normally does quite well up against these lower echelon kind of people, really, doesn't he?
He does.
Yeah, true.
I mean, I'm quite surprised he's quite far down in that division, to be honest.
Someone like Sean Strickland in and around the mix. Yeah. If he wins his fight against Jack Shermanson, we could be seeing him fight even Vettori or even Paulo Costa.
That'd be good. Yeah. And I think Andre Muniz is going to make some jumps this year.
Yes, that submission guy.
He's going to cause the top 5 problems maybe towards the latter half of the year.
You see him getting that? I don't see him getting too far past like Paulo Costa.
I think he will get someone like that towards the end of the year.
Yeah.
I just think, you look at who's above him. A lot of them are strikers. Jack Manson will probably cause him a bit of trouble.
Yes. Yep. Yeah. Let's lock it in. What we got?
All right. So to conclude then, myself and Sai have gone with Israel Adesanya, and Ash has gone with Robert Whittaker to be champ by the end of the year.
All right. And I think Robert Whittaker would have to, if he does get a win, has to do it twice. I think.
Yes.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
Yeah, so that's why it is.
Unless Robert Whittaker does a Sterling, because injured for the start of the year.
Yeah, you'll be bribing him to milk it as long as possible, wouldn't you?
Right, this next division, the light heavyweight division. I've got a feeling who we're all going for this one, but let's just get straight into the countdown straight away.
Got some good reasons as well.
All right.
Okay, so 3, 2, 1. Yuri Prochazka.
All three of us gone for it. I think he's just purely because he looks like dynamite up there, man. He's just insane. The impressive win against Dominic Reyes was insane. The spinning back elbow, and he's definitely.
But you never know, because obviously I know I'm picking Yuri, but Glover Teixeira he's got this element about him where he will just snuff all the strikers. It is obviously he dominated Anthony Smith. Anthony Smith, he's a good striker. Thiago Santos had him rocked and hurt really badly, took him down, subbed him. Everyone was saying Jan Blachowicz, the Polish power, he knocks out people flat. Yeah. Knockout power.
Yeah.
Takes him down and subs him.
Yeah.
So imagine if Glover can get Prochazka down.
I mean, Glover's he's like your you know, 85-year-old granddad who sort of like stops breathing for a second. You think he's dead, but he's like, and he's still with you. You know, he does. You know, he's in the octagon. He gets hit hard, and you think it's all over, and then he just comes back and gets the win. It's like, oh, classic. You know, it always leaves you sort of heart palpitations on edge. But, you know, I do think, however, Yuri's just a different type of monster, built differently, and he's just going to mold him down.
He is built different.
100%. Physically, you know, I think he's more athletic than Jan, and he's more athletic than Glover. And that's why I think he can be champ.
Yeah, I think he's got enough like savage power to do it early. But here's the thing as well, though. So I feel like Yuri Prochazka's got what it takes to hold that position for much this year. His biggest challenge, though, I reckon, is probably going to be Magomed Ankalaev.
Yes,
I have to say it.
Yeah, he's got to get through Thiago Santos.
He
first,
does, and I think Magomed does.
I think it's going to be a tough test. I think a lot of people are writing Thiago Santos off. Santos off in that fight.
It's quite easy because
I think
he's not
Santos could hurt him. You know.
Yeah,
he could do. He could do. But
I like Santos, man.
Here's the thing with Magomed and his sort of wrestling ability. I feel like he does cause trouble for the top end of the division. I don't see him getting up there quick enough for the end of the year. He might get to a title eliminator and in some contention with Yuri at the top of the end of the division come the end of the year. But into 2022, we can look at Magomed Ankalaev potentially being a champion. I feel so. He's on a 7-win streak. This guy, 16-1. He's dangerous, and I am one of those people who count Santos out against him.
But here's another scenario: if Glover does beat Yuri, right, then you've got Rakic fighting Jan. If Rakic beats Jan, you're getting Jakic versus Glover.
Yeah.
Have they fought before?
100%, mate. Yeah. No.
They not fought.
I said it with confidence.
All three of us are going with Yuri Prochazka to be the light heavyweight champion by the end of the year.
The big
boys now.
Heavyweight.
The heavyweight division. This is where it's
we
going to
don't
get
even need to get Jordan's pick. No, going to be a lot of movements.
There is,
potentially. Maybe
we see some really good fights here, some barn burners in this, like in the last year, in this particular division. I mean, Tom Aspinall's been doing well. He's on 7-fight win streak. Some other standout performers here.
He'll be fighting Gain for the title next year.
Yeah, maybe.
No.
Do you know what? Actually, okay, we'll save that for a bit later.
Even though I'm confident in my pick, there's an option for there to be 2 movements. Maybe, and we'll get into that.
I'm just trying to look at the matchups because you obviously got
Taito Ivasa,
Derek Lewis versus Taito Ivasa. Yeah. You've got Rosenstrike versus Machin Tabora. Sorry. So again, if Rosenstrike gets another win, he's up there again.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Razor Blades is not booked. I don't think, is he?
Nope. He's yet to fight.
Because I think if he gets a fight and gets a win, he could be up there again. And he's like, obviously, we all know he's a heavy wrestler. He's the one like fighter in this division that could cause most of the heavyweights problems because he's a heavy wrestler for a heavyweight.
Yeah.
And Derek Lewis though could also get back in there.
He could.
Yeah,
he's just been active, and this guy.
This is the thing, though.
Really I don't think he's got the dream set on the title belt. He just wants money fights, doesn't he? And
he wants the 3 rounders, as Jordan said the other day.
Exactly. I don't think he's not really wants. I don't think he just wants to fight. I don't think he wants money fights. Really.
Yeah, no, yeah.
Because Taito Ivasa is not a money fight.
Imagine if Ngannou beats Gain, you're gonna get Derek Lewis versus Ngannou too.
Right. Well, let's do the countdown and then let's get into this because there's a lot of things to talk about. With
3, 2, 1. Ciryl Gane.
Francis Ngannou.
Are you mad?
Is he actually? Is that a serious one? Do we have to do it again?
Yeah. I'm serious.
I'll tell you. Okay. But you're an idiot.
Interested to hear.
You're an idiot. Do you know why? Because even if he beats Ciryl Gane, mate, he's bouncing off. It's the last fight in his contract. There's so much riding on the contract of Francis Ngannou in this fight. He might just bounce.
Boxing.
Yeah. He's going to go box Tyson Fury.
I think if he wins, I think he'll stick around. If he loses, then he might.
No, I don't think he will. He said he come out at the MMA fighting and said he doesn't want to be fighting for 100 to 600k anymore. He wants bigger fights. That tells you where his mindset is at. If he wins, he just moves off to boxing. He relinquishes his belt. So technically,
we'll do that
Ciryl Gane. No. You made your bed, mate. You made your bed. Ciryl Gane, right, could get 2 cracks at the belt this year. Potentially.
Yeah.
If he loses, right? If he wins, then that's it. To me,
no. I'll stick. Obviously, I'm going to stick with my pick. But it all depends how it plays out. And obviously if Ngannou beats Gane, and obviously again what happens, because I think there could be a lot of months of conversations and things like that, which could hold up the division again. The kid.
Okay. I mean, I got to say this as well. So one of the reasons why I went with Cyril Gane for this is because, you know, he's a different generation of fight. We said it last year. We see him just fly through the rankings, but he's someone who moves like a light heavyweight, like a middleweight even in the heavyweight division. He's got great offense ability. And I feel like he's going to be holding a champion spot for a while. And the division's going to have to spit out someone else who can match him on an athletic level in order to find his next challenge.
Oh, yes. That's where John Jones comes in towards the end of the year.
It does. Yeah, John Jones. Yeah. And then if not him, it's Tom Aspinall. He's a next sort of athletic fighter who can rise up and through the ranks. But he's got a lot to do yet. So that's going to be 2022.
Aspinall needs a busy 2022.
Yeah, Gane can outstrike most heavyweights. But I don't know. I can just see Ngannou catching him. I don't know why. I really don't know why.
I got to go with the opposite. I think the whole contract thing is put weight on his shoulders, and that's the reason why Cyril Gane, and I'm comfortable to say this, will beat Francis Ngannou. Now, if Francis Ngannou, like you said, does win, and he relinquishes the belt, I think you get John Jones versus Stipe for the vacant title.
Yeah, imagine that. Yeah, that's when Stipe jumps back in.
And then, of course, Gane will come back again and fight one of them.
Yeah. I think that because that fight, I think it'd be more exciting for the UFC to make than to put Cyril Gane going back in there on a loss. Actually, I retract that because Stipe would still be on a loss. So that wouldn't really still make sense. But Stipe, I think, still deserve to get a shot, really.
He deserved a rematch.
I can't believe people sometimes don't even talk about Stipe. He's our best heavyweight champion we've ever had. And he's got to be in most conversations in this division.
He's worthy of it, for sure.
Yeah,
John Jones has been wetting our nozzles for far too long for us to be confident about him even coming back. You know, what if he does? He might not. I mean, that's a big if. It's a big if.
It's still
there's still lines on something that's less likely to be a scenario.
Yeah, it's true. Unless he fucks up his own life again and does something stupid.
So Ash is going for Francis Ngannou. Myself and Si are going with Cyril Gane to be the heavyweight champion at the end of the year. All right, so that's basically concludes it then. Some interesting picks we've got here. We've gone back and forth the whole video. Hope you guys have enjoyed it. We hope you guys play along with us. Yes, get your picks into the comment section. List it all off, or we'll probably put a template in the description for you guys to just copy and paste. This weekend, guys, don't forget, tune in. We've got some exciting stuff. We got a first pay-per-view of the year, and we've got Cyril Gane taking on Francis Ngannou for the heavyweight strap. And do tune in for the watch along that we bring you for that fight.
It's going to be absolutely mayhem. Ash will be up here in the hide, hopefully, and we'll be having a great old time here watching the whole fight through. But we'll be literally your source of content for the whole evening and thereafter. So if you haven't already, jump in the Discord channel in the link and descriptions below. Whack your likes and your comments on the video, but just be part of the community, part of the conversation. We'll keep this whole train going throughout the week.
Just to add as well, at the weekend, obviously, the pay-per-view, it's ATF's birthday, so you've got to tune in. Got to tune in.
You're 1 year old.
Got to tune in. 1 year. We're 1 year.
Happy birthday.
Absolutely.
You've got to tune in. It's the ATF special.
Okay, cool. Thanks for watching, guys. Enjoy the fights this weekend. Take care. Bye-bye.
Good night.